All right, now getting into our interview for this hour. On the 1st of December 2024, Gerhard Moolman embarked on an extraordinary challenge, crossing the Atlantic Ocean solo over 4,000 kilometers using a unique rowing machine mechanism to power his surf ski. This journey will mark the first of such feats and is expected to take approximately 40 days. Gerhard joins us now virtually to talk about his latest adventure, and the reason that he's embarked on this journey. Gerhard, a very, very good morning to you somewhere out in the ocean. So tell us at the moment where exactly you are. We've heard that you've already rowed about 1,900 kilometers already. So talk to us about how this journey has been so far for you.
Good morning, V. It's been fairly successful. I've been quite blessed. So it started off quite disastrously. I was extremely seasick. I had a lot of difficulty with the boat. The boat was leaking within the first 2 days. I had power problems, and I then managed to stabilize everything. And after about a week, I had a breakage in the drivetrain. So I couldn't row anymore, and I had to revert back to paddling. However, this boat has been paddled by Richard Kohler already 2 years ago across the Atlantic, so I know it can be done. So I'm paddling at the moment across the Atlantic.
Gerhard, that sounds so amazing and scary at the same time. I mean, when you speak about those leakages, that's where I would just be like, someone needs to get me out, I need to go home. But you are doing this all to raise awareness and raise funds for a worthy cause, which is the Door of Hope Children's Mission. Tell us more about this cause and why you felt that you needed to take on this challenge.
Well, I said it many times before, and I say it again. I dedicate this to South Africa. My contribution is Abandoned Children and Door of Hope. And I think that South Africa is at a very crucial stage. And if everybody in South Africa can take hands and contribute, that is what we really need at this stage. I think there's rumors that this country is very unique and very special, and that's the truth. As Drika says, hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. So I really think that we can make this big time in South Africa if everybody contributes. My contribution is paddling across the ocean for this country, and I really hope that I can inspire people by doing this.
Indeed, Gerhard, I do believe that you are inspiring a lot of people. And just once again, for the benefit of our viewers at home, the reason why the background where Gerhard is at the moment looks like that is because he's currently in the middle of the ocean. Gerhard, just remind me again, you said you're not too far from Cape Verde. Where exactly are you at the moment as you are canoeing?
I left from Cape Verde. I'm 2,000 kilometers southwest of Cape Verde. Basically right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean between Cape Verde and French Guiana. So I am going on to my second leg of the trip, approaching South America now. I'm going through a complex labyrinth of currents and so forth. So navigation is of major importance in the next 3 weeks for me.
And I mean, Gerhard, we speak about this journey for you. You have over 21 years since your first major sea expedition. Talk to us about some of those memories that you've had out at sea, because you look very calm and collected for someone who says at some points there was leakages on the boats for about a 2-day period. So speak to us about some of those memories that you've had out at sea.
Yes, when you're out here at sea, you've got no option. You cannot get off your bicycle and call it a day. So, you know, you need to focus and be calm and collected and keep calm. So there are certain days that you think, my goodness gracious, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. Well, you have to make it to get to the other side. So I think the major thing is here to stay positive. So don't allow yourself to have negative thoughts to come into your mind. What help, obviously, if the wind and the currents are in your favor. So I think the name of the game is to be meticulously executing everything that you do. Make 100% sure that everything that you do is correct, and then be calm and collected. So it's also, I must be honest, I'm just a normal guy, but it's something to get used to. So it's an extremely small little boat. You'll see my cabin that I'm currently in. The space where I sit and paddle is just big enough for me. But it's amazing to be out here in the ocean with the wildlife. I'm really out in the wilderness here. I've seen first sign of people yesterday when a ship came past. That was the very first time I've seen any sign of people in my 3-week journey so far. So it's quite an amazing experience.
Gerhard, I have a question, and I think a lot of people are asking themselves the question at home right now. I've watched the movie True Spirits, and it was absolutely inspirational. As you talk to me, I feel like I'm reliving that movie. But what are you eating out at sea at the moment? Also, how do you use the bathroom?
My conclusion is really more protein is better. I try to cut as much sugars. I've got a lot of freeze-dried food here. I eat a lot of nuts. I've got a lot of supplement powders, vitamins and so forth. I've got a lot of dried fruit. I've got a water maker, which is extremely important because, I mean, that's the absolute basis of your survival. I've got backup water at some stage. That's very heavy. At some stage, I got to drop that to be able to go faster. So as I go, I take the water. I basically just take a shower with that. Yeah, and I don't have a toilet in the boat, so I either have to take a swim in the ocean or lean over the side. Ozieza is really extremely small, but it is safe enough to get me to the other side.
Oh, well, Gerhard, thank you so much for chatting to us this morning, and we wish you all the best on your journey. Absolutely beautiful what you're doing, especially because it's for such a worthy cause. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Gerhard Moolman, who embarked on an extraordinary challenge, crossing the Atlantic Ocean solo over 4,000 kilometers using a unique rowing machine and mechanism in order to power his surf ski. Now, he's doing this, of course, for a worthy cause, for children really that are suffering out in South Africa, more like abandoned children whose parents decided that they didn't want them anymore, and that's why he's doing it right now. That's where we'll leave your sports news in this hour, but don't miss our next chats in the next hour on our sports bulletin. We will be joined by the Minister of the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie. We'll talk about his Formula One bid, what the year has looked like for him so far as the Minister of Sport, and what we can look forward to in 2025.